yards to pick up the first. Throwing on third down, Watson. That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. Pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least it'll be fourth down.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up fourth down.
Watson will step away, and out comes Cade York to handle this fourth down field goal try for the Browns. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this will remain a scoreless game.
Now, this was a clear dance attempt, right? I'd say this is well within his range. I feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with it. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Great.
On first and 10, it's Hurts. Flush to his right. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
It is certainly becoming rarer by the year to see your franchise guy take a hit like that. The defender couldn't believe he had a shot to light him up. So when you take off and run, you have to make sure you...
Now second quarter action from Philadelphia, and it's the Eagles in possession. Now 2nd and 5. As they've got it as we resume action. Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field that's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Hurts. They'll roll him out right. And that is incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. Throwing is Hurts. He's got his target. That's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 4th down, no problem. 19 yards that time, but now it's 1st and 10. They run out of the gun with Swift. And down inside the 15 he goes. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. The linebacker, Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah, on the tackle.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Hey, Silver.
Hurts sets up to throw it. Sliding out of the pocket. He juked him. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. The improv act there, good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the 1st down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
Here's Hurts to throw. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage.
Well, you
defensively that you've got 2 goals, because obviously you're trying to prevent the touchdown, but you're also trying to keep them from getting a first down as well. That time they weren't up to the task, and it's 1st and goal.
Play action. Here's Hurts. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Greg Newsome. And the Browns are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line.
Partner, there's no other way you could describe it, because that was absolutely just gut-wrenching for that offense. They were right on the precipice. Points were available. All they had to do was just fall forward, and they were going to put them up on the board. Instead, a long drive ends in heartbreak and a melancholy trip back to the drawing board. How do you like it when I go a little bit lyrical for you?
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
I think they're ahead of schedule now after that run. They might be bold with this 2nd down call after that type of a game.
2nd down, here's Chubb again. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. Another 6-yard carry, same as last play. 1st down.
Well, partner, if the defense isn't going to adjust and they keep giving them those 5, 6, 7-yard runs over and over, they're likely to run it the whole way to the end zone. They'll be more than happy to take the yardage available and save some of their other plays in the playbook for another time.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
They've been playing sound fundamental defense thus far and able to keep this offense from creating a major dent on the scoreboard.
Able to force the incompletion, but still waiting for that game-changing play. You feel like it's coming, the 1st sack, the 1st turnover.
In a sense, they're playing old-school defense right now. The new school defense is what you said, taking the ball away.
It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
This defense is really flown around in the 1st half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Chidobe-Awuzie with a pick. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach in the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and pump the football.
Hurts throw complete here to his receiver Brown. And he's down into the red zone at the 16 after a gain of 16. 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Swift. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. DeAndre Swift, his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Eagles post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. The point after through the raindrops, so good. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he'll elect not to run with it. And a fair catch on the kickoff will move the ball to the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
Now this throw caught left side. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. Another big play as they get 28 out of that one. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Watson. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another 1st down.
Again, it's Watson. They'll get only three there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on 3rd down. Now it's Watson. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. Watson now to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Oh, they were so close. That close to their first points of the game. Just needed to hang on just a second longer, but he couldn't complete the process of the catch through the jostling from the defender.
A line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. A shotgun snap for Watson. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD.
Well, that's what you get, apparently, when you try to take on a Pro Bowl cornerback. I mean, what a play there to make the interception and also bring it back for 6.
And he is so good that we've seen teams absolutely stay away from throwing the ball at him. Here, he's just reading the quarterback's eyes the entire way, makes a great play on the football, and turns it into 6.
Elliott good on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And no run back here. Fair catch, and this will come out to the 25. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin getting set for quarter number 3 here. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half.
And the fair catch signaled for and taken, so they'll begin this third quarter from their 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open.
And now Watson throws another interception. Picked off by Reed Blankenship. And the Eagles are going to take over at their own 30-yard line.
And that has to be a little bit discouraging, because after all their halftime talk, adjustments, and points of emphasis, their first drive ends with an interception. Absolutely aggravating if you're a head coach, because you spent all that time, gone through every situation possible, and it still ends in a turnover.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the return across midfield and to the 46-yard line.
So that, Charles, maybe the play that this defense has been looking for.
They've hung in there, and if they lose this game, it won't be from a lack of effort on their part. The key question is, can the offense finally do something, because we're into the third quarter, and a 0 is still glowing on the scoreboard.
And he's got this down to the 35.
42 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Moore, the man in motion. Now a first down throw, Watson. And this heads straight to the sideline. I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, they won't. Here comes a flag. They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly second and long. Following the penalty, Chubb. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on third and very long.
I think we put together a job description for a middle linebacker. We would start with being able to hold down things in the middle of the line of scrimmage and be able to take on blockers. But how about the guys who can go sideline to sideline and make plays?
Love a guy that can do that. We saw a perfect example of it right there. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by Reed Blankenship. And the Eagles force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 27. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
I can assure you, setting up a screen is much more difficult than it appears. It requires excellent timing from everyone on the offense, and a defense's #1 goal is to throw that timing off.
Here's 2nd and 10. They'll run right here with Swift.
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
They go play action with Hurts. And this will be incomplete. Boy, can you believe this? That one probably should have been picked too. Instead, it's 4th down.
The Eagles send out their punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. Not good at all. Punt of just 24 yards there. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Now Watson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble. That could have been trouble. Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
The good news, they kept the ball. Bad news, it's 3rd and long.
Back to throw, Watson. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
They certainly aren't ready up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And this will be down just on the other side of midfield. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead.
Fighting through, and he's got space. We often give credit to the O-line there. Two tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
First down, and they go with Swift again.
Pretty nice, aggressive run there before being brought down just inside of the 30.
70 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. On second down, Swift.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 10 yards there and an Eagle first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
On first and 10, it's Swift.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Once again, it's Swift.
And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. A 5-yard gain there makes it first and goal.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Here's Swift.
And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown.
DeAndre Swift
with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year.
And the Eagles will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd.
Elliott good with a PAT, and that makes the score 21-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Browns' drive about to get started. On first down, Watson. And now here is another interception.
It's Sidney Brown with it.
And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
So first and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
He finds his man, complete. It's Bowers. Touchdown! A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year.
And the Eagles are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. So they're able to capitalize there on the short field, and that might prove to be the score that turns out the lights.
The party's over. Oh, sorry about that. That's an old reference there, folks. But, yeah, they've been the better of the two teams by far, and that's great complementary football right there. Defense gets the turnover, sets up the short field, and the offense goes right out and scores to open up a pretty sizable lead.
Elliott good on the extra point, and it is 28-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Cleveland offense ready to go.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
I
you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. To throw is Watson.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Watson on 3rd down.
That is caught. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
A gain of 13 yards. First down, Browns.
Watson on 1st down.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Here's Watson. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Jalen Carter able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
But defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Here's Watson. And my goodness, another interception.
Picked by Logan Wilson.
And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
They will run straight ahead with Swift.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
Right back to Swift again on 2nd down.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
120 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Brandon, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves, you're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about to run them into submission, hasn't he?
You took the words right out. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jalen Hurts keeping it himself from 7 yards out.
And the Eagles start to open this lead even wider here in the 4th.
Elliott now to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36.
At their own 36-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter.
And now they're in the hurry-up. Out of the gun, Watson.
The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
The Browns on third down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 11. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
The Browns send out their punter now. And how about this, a fake? And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out, and the Eagles are going to take over in great field position.
Now a give right side Swift.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
It's a loss of a yard.
Second down. Here's Hurts.
Being chased out left. And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the first down marker. A nice job of eluding the pressure there. Scrambling for 11.
I like how he hung in there and went through his progressions, but eventually his internal clock went off and told him it was time to make a run for it, and he ends up sliding down with a solid gain.
They'll try and run here with Swift.
Trying to barrel up in there, but I don't think he got it. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play, and that's going to lead them to 4th down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
They'll try and run the option.
And this is going to be nowhere close. Needed some inches and ended up losing yardage. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And this Browns defense stands tall. The Cleveland offense ready to go.
I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the fourth quarter. They're just trying to erase that 0 on the scoreboard, Charles, and get some type of momentum to carry into the film section tomorrow.
If you get any type of points on the board, it'll count as a moral victory, although no one will talk about that in the post-game press conference. That's not something you mention in the NFL. And this loss, it already stings and will for a while. But everyone on that offense knows it'll sting a lot worse if they don't put some points up on the board.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Watson. And now a fumble. The ball's out. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble. That could have been trouble. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They will indeed snap it to Watson.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to pick up the Browns' first down. It's a gain of 7 on 4th and 4.
Looking to throw. Watson.
Finding room at midfield.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. On 1st and 10, Watson. And that is taken in by Njoku. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. On 1st down, it's Watson.
He's going to drop this one down for Chubb.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down second and right at a yard. The Browns will quickly use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go.
Second down and a yard.
Back to throw. Watson. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no zero. Oh, you're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle.
Extra point by York is up and good.
And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And this crowd has certainly liked what they've seen. Their guys fully expected to win this one coming in, and they have not disappointed as they got the big lead here in the fourth. And one of the whistles for timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds.
Right back to Swift again on second down.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Now whistles and a timeout called here. Not sure of the point of this, but they'll stop it with 4 seconds to go in the game.
Swift going to try up the middle.
And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end.
This was a really nice display, Charles, of complementary football, especially how much they were humming in the second half to pull away and get the victory. Really a complete performance.
It's so much fun when you're able to have everyone contribute.
Run it back.
Yeah.
Run it back.
Run it back. Run it back. Run it back. Run it back. Run it back, 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 run it back. Lost everything I ever wanted it back. Got a problem, never run from that. Have fun with that. Get the W, then double back.
Yeah, in London, stand up. Do the he say, she say, getting no delay, run it like relay, bro, you ain't got it like this. In my can't see straight, big fur jacket from eBay, looking timeless. I got tossed up, celebrate, everyone scream next up. Break, no side, no about these ways.